before we even say anything, I've already shopped it. I've already ordered it. It is now available on the Sephora website, which I know is what we were all hoping for because Rouge, I get 20% off. Tomorrow, VIBs, you guys get 15% off. So I will have the link to purchase this palette down below. Make sure you get it from Sephora if you have the ability to, so that you can get a little bit of a discount on top, because it is also available on Makeup by Mario's website. But if you want to save a little bit of money, I was able to get the palette for $54. So shop. Anyways, I do not have the palette yet. This is a shopper drop, but we're going to be talking about the new Makeup by Mario palette. It's been a while since he's launched a palette, and I think this is a pretty big deal, which is why I wanted to do a shopper drop on it. A lot of you guys wanted my opinions on it, and a lot of you guys wanted to give me your opinions on it. And it moved really fast. They revealed it and then it was available the next day. You know, you can already order this. Usually when I do shopper drops, it doesn't work quite that fast, but I still wanted to talk about it because you guys know I love good makeup talk. I love giving my opinions on makeup, even if I don't have it yet, but I will be doing a review on this. So these shopper drops are great. It allows me to answer your questions about the palette, to know what I want to talk about in my review that's upcoming. So if there's any questions that you have that you want me to cover in my review, anything you want me to compare it to, now is your time to speak before I get the palette. And it should be coming on Wednesday, hopefully. Anyways, so this is the new Makeup by Mario Ethereal eyeshadow palette. This is the anniversary palette. Now I'm gonna go to Trend Mood 1's Instagram first to show you the pictures that they have, because they have a IRL photo, a real life photo, as well as the promo photos. So this is what is on Trend Mood 1's Instagram, and I wanted to use this before the website because you can kind of see what it's gonna look like in real life, more or less. So this is $68. This is a pricey palette, and when I first saw it, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was excited about it because it is my neutral lover's dream kind of palette. If you like neutrals, I can tell you're going to be tempted by this because it just looks so gorgeous, in my opinion. Do I have all of these shades already? 100 times over, absolutely yes. Do I care? No. I still really want this palette. So they do look different from promo photo to real life photo, as you can see right here. I feel like it looks a little bit more pink, whereas the colors down here, like this looks like it has a little bit more green in it. So this is the more true to life photo, I would say, and I still think it looks very beautiful. I love the pinky pop right here. It's just an undertone of pink, but I love how neutral these are, really gray toned taupey, which is what I personally look for in a palette. I think the range from light to deep is great. I think we could have gone a little deeper on this brown potentially, but we'll see how it does in person, because you know it might be a little bit more deep in person with how they swatch. But I love the matte vanilla shade. There's just so much to like about this palette. So they say it's 12 shades of suede matte, natural metallic, and glossy shimmer finishes. I think the price point is high, but the quality looks really nice. Here's a closer look at that in real life photo. So you can see here are those metallic, they're supposed to be very sparkly finishes. I'll show you some of his demos, but they look like they're gonna look quite special yet still subtle on the eyelid. And here it is compared to the promo photos. They look quite different. This is a little underwhelming compared to this, but I still think I might use this a little bit more as opposed to this one. So I think I like how it looks. And this has a filter, so don't be fooled. You see these little sparkles? Fake, 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 filtered. I hate when they do that. The mattes look a little light. Don't you feel like they could be a little deeper? We'll see. How they apply to the eye is very different. And then along with the promo images, there's a couple of different looks, and the vibe that I'm getting from this palette in terms of the looks that you're gonna get are very luxurious, very elegant makeup looks. Like think Tom Ford, Charlotte Tilbury, looks that don't have a lot of definition in them. You know, you won't be able to tell where one color starts and where one color ends. They're supposed to give really hazy looks, kind of like what I'm wearing right now, a different color obviously, but it's like a really hazy blended look. I find a lot of luxury brands prefer that style of look. I think it is so stunning. It looks so effortless on the eye, and I'm very happy that that's what we're gonna get with this. I didn't expect it from Mario, but I'm excited because you can see all of these looks are very effortless, very blended, very simple. They show you what colors they use and where, which I really like if you want some inspiration, though I will say, for how simple this looks, this used a lot of shades. Don't you agree with me? This one is easy. This one is only 3 looks, but they look absolutely beautiful. And then here you can see the sparkles. So this is what I'm talking about, where we'll see how sparkly they look. I'm gonna roll on over to Makeup by Mario's page so you can see his demos. So this is on Makeup by Mario's page for Instagram, and you can see like this subtle glittery look. There is a filter over that. I don't know if you just saw the fake glitters because I did, but I wonder if these are the same formula as his individual shimmers, which I think are way overpriced for what they are, but I know some people love them. So I feel like this might have a little bit more of a pigment base to them, but we'll see. As far as I was able to tell, at least at my Sephora, not available, only available online. So let me know if they're at yours, but I don't like that they did those sparkle filters. That's so fake. It's gonna not look like that in person. I think there will be very pretty shimmers, but it's not gonna glimmer like they are showing you. So I'm currently on the Makeup by Mario website to go over the final details with you guys. Obviously it popped into the corner here, but this is what the website looks like. This is Mario's first multi-finish eyeshadow palette with 12 shades. And you have all of the photos that I've already showed you over here. So the formulas you'll see, these are glossy shimmers and also natural metallics. Those aren't new, but these are. So that's what I'm really curious about. I think that's what they're filtering and putting fake sparkles over, which I do not understand. But this is a palette for really ethereal, glowy looking eyes. So you'll see in his demo. Let's get to they're using mattes, that's boring. Okay, so let's see how this one looks. Oh, he just put it in an inner corner. Come on, put the shimmer all over. Okay, so yeah, he's doing this kind of as like a top coat to get that really ethereal, simple look. So it's not going to be anything super duper metallic or that stands out. It's one of those situations where it's going to be very subtle, and when you go out in the sun, it will gleam off of it. But it is going to give you that Kim K style of makeup. Well, I did say earlier that I was surprised that he went with this style of palette. At the same time, I guess I'm not, because that's very Kim K kind of blended look. I do imagine when it comes to the Master Mattes palettes that there's going to be some very close match shades between that palette and this one. So I wish we almost had made that one a little bit more shimmer heavy, because especially if you have this, that palette is very brown based. So I think you'll have some similarities. It reminds me a lot of the Paris Nudes palette from Viseart as well. I wonder with the Master Metallics if there's going to be any similarities. I think there might be. Well, I will cover that in my review, but overall, I am very excited about it because at the end of the day, listen, I love neutrals. I am so boring, and that palette looks right up my alley. I love that you're going to get very hazy, ethereal eyes, so I'm really excited about it. I can definitely see a lot of you guys being so terribly bored with this palette. So let's see. I asked you guys on Instagram. I wanted your thoughts. So I'm going to pull up my Instagram story right now where I created a box for you to let me know. So if you're not following me on Instagram, morganturner makeup, follow me there if you would like to participate. I let you guys know that this was going to be, as per usual, early bird gets the worm, so I'm going down to the very beginning, but we got a lot of responses. Here we go. Same old colors, nothing excited in my opinion. Also gives me Tarte vibes. Now that you mention it, I can kind of see those Tarte babes. I knew some of you guys weren't going to be excited, but very interesting perspective. Oh my gosh, it looks like Tarte. Okay. It's pretty, but it really reminds me of Going Coconuts from ColourPop. Oh my gosh, you guys are like hitting the nail on the head with this, but I love Going Coconuts, so that's where I'm like, I don't care. But it does give Going Coconuts, but more sophisticated. Boring? Yes, absolutely. Gorgeous nonetheless. Also, yes. See, we're on the same page here. I like boring. I am boring. So yes, shop. It's really pretty, but I have so many neutral palettes already. I mean, I think, you know, obviously not everybody has a lot of makeup, but if you watch me, I think there's a large percentage of us that have a lot more makeup than the average person. So if you have a large number of neutral palettes, I definitely will say I'm 90% sure this is something that you could probably skip. The review will tell all, but I don't think we're wrong on that. Brown on top of light brown on top of dark brown. Boring. Give me a hint of color, please. Fair. I hate how much I love it. Take my money already, Mario. Love that. Formula has to be amazing to be this boring, and that is something that I look for with neutral palettes. If the color story has already been done and you're playing in neutral tones, they've already been done. Everybody loves a neutral palette. The formula will have to be exceptional for it to be worth the money. So that's something that I will definitely let you guys know of. You know, I don't play around. I will tell you if a formula is worth the money or not. $68 is a lot of money. I will let you know. I agree with you. That's something that I will be looking for. Looks interesting. Boring. Short and simple. Meh. Another short and simple one. Nothing we don't already have duplicates of. I'm also a neutral gal, and this speaks to me on so many levels. I will say my mother, who is also a neutral gal, was eyeing this palette. She's really interested as well. So I think if you love neutrals and you kind of collect neutral palettes, this is one that's going to be so tempting. Just what I was looking for. Forgivable, I think forgettable is what you probably meant, and expensive. Very expensive, yes. This is a palette that I could use majority of the shades versus other big palettes with too much variety. Okay, that's a good way to look at it, as a little 12 panner. Nothing special, waiting for retro glam, aren't we all, girl? Those are two very different palettes from one another. As I'm looking at all of these responses, they honestly are exactly what I was expecting them to be. This one is a really good one. The tones remind me of the Wayne Goss Pearl palette that's been sold out. I love the Pearl palette, and it's going to give you a similar look to that palette as well. Just that really ethereal, simple, blended look. So this is a great alternative for that. I don't think the swatch to swatch comparisons, I don't know if there would be dupes, but it's going to give that similar look. It's as if Patrick Ta and Wayne Goss palettes had a baby. Gosh, I mean, I will say, other than the Tarte comment, which I totally agree on, it does look like Tarte. I expected half of you to say you absolutely love it because you are neutral and boring like me. Half of you to be like, totally boring, not worth the money, I already have it. And then some of you to also be asking for more color. So across the board, I don't think any of us can deny that this palette is not beautiful, but it's a matter of if you need it. It is a pricey neutral palette, and when it comes to my review, I will certainly let you know if the formula is amazing enough to warrant the price point. When it came to the Makeup by Mario palettes, honestly, I thought they were good, they worked, but the formula didn't knock my socks off. I think they're worth the money. These have grown on me since my original review, but I just would rather purchase Viseart over Makeup by Mario, but these are a little bit more affordable than the Viseart palettes, and they do a good job. I think, you know, for the most part, normal people who aren't psycho crazy makeup collector like me, these are really great palettes, but I think $68 is really pushing the price point, so I will let you guys know if it's worth it or not. You guys know I work with a lot of palettes at that price point, so I think I can give a good perspective. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed talking about this with me. The whole point of Shop or Drop is to get your opinion. So if you would like to give me your opinion or have any questions about the palette when I review it, comment down below. Let's get a conversation going. I'm looking forward to hearing your responses, and make sure you subscribe for the upcoming review, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys, have a good one.